How's it going, Sha?
Have you written jokes about heartbreak?
Not mine.
Not
But
your
yeah.
heartbreak?
Nah, other people's. But yeah.
So that means you've definitely written jokes about your heartbreak.
Why do you ask?
I am very cynical, and the reason I am a cynical person is because I am a hopeless romantic.
Okay.
And it has not happened for me, therefore I don't trust anything anymore. So I understand, like, living through heartbreak and using it as like inspiration for art. I mean, that's a large part of why we even have art, is that kind of that connection. Yes.
Yeah.
And then a breakdown of the connection. You want to make art about that. New connections. You want to make art about that. Love and loss and all of that. That's all fair game for your art. That said, it's been about a week, and I unfortunately truly do not care about Taylor Swift's heartbreak. Which is to say, I kind of don't care about her whole genre of everything. I'm so sorry. And I the only reason I make that announcement here, which I know is problematic, but you know what? I don't like Drake either. I don't like a lot of Kill Your Heroes. I don't like a lot of people that y'all love. And it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But I say it because it seems like I would like it. She's definitely speaking about things I've been through that a lot of people have gone through, but oh Lord, why do I have to hear it from her again? Like, I don't know why. And I'm not even like, she shouldn't even be writing these songs. She shouldn't even be, because let me explain for those who don't know, good for you. Maybe turn it off for a second as I explain. But she's in the process of re-recording all of her albums because of a terrible deal situation with her previous label.
Right.
So in order to take back ownership of her songs, she's re-recording them. And a lot of people have done that. JoJo is out there with new stuff, and she had to re-record, I think, a few things.
Okay.
Suzanne Vega. Like, a lot of people have had to re-record stuff in order to take ownership of their songs because of shitty deals with record labels.
Right.
So that's great. And I think that's a great idea. And it gives you a chance to kind of revisit, and with some time, maybe kind of revamp some of your work, remix, all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of a great thing to get to do if you are up for that task. That said, so that's fine. I have no problem with that. That said, I mean, I guess she put out a 10-minute version of a song that people already were really attached to about a relationship. And I went ahead and watched it, and she made a short film, a 15-minute video. And I watched it against my better judgment, maybe. I don't know. And I watched it, and it's fine, but I also could have been watching like a video of a fucking fountain. Like, it had the same resonance to me. I was just like, yep, all right, cool. Yep, that's all right. I get it. Yep. And I was worried that I just was becoming out of touch with all of my emotions, that I was calcifying, and I was just like, I feel nothing now. I've been putting off dealing with emotions for so long that I feel nothing. And here is this heartfelt song by this woman speaking about going through something that I think a lot of people have gone through, and heartbreak, yada, yada, yada. And I was just like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then my roommate was just like, maybe you just don't like Taylor Swift. And sometimes that's just it. Sometimes you just don't like Taylor Swift.
That's all.
That's all it is.
You're fine. Yeah.
Maybe. So
I don't like Taylor Swift either. I'm okay with it.
But man, do people expect you to just automatically like? And I think that's really my problem, is that I'm just supposed to automatically like these people because they're out there.
Yeah.
And you can't just say, like, look, I'm glad Lizzo exists. She's only made maybe 2 songs that I enjoy. And the rest of it is fine and like wallpaper. Like I don't even notice it. But boy, when she's out there, people expect you to, they just assume you like her.
Right.
And so they talk to you in a way that is a little almost too familiar because they think that you're both coming from the same spot of loving this person. So then they get very like, ooh, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, first off, why are you talking to me like that? I don't know you. Second, why are you assuming that I love whatever it is that you love? Haven't I put up enough of a shell for you to realize that I'm much too cool for that? And I guess I haven't.
I like that.
Sorry,
I love that your hatred, or not hatred, pardon me. I love that your dislike of Taylor Swift has led to self-realization about
you know, so I guess
she's beautiful.
I guess she's good for something. I mean, I don't know. You know. Now I know that there will be people out there who love Taylor Swift, and I just want you to know, good on you. Have at it. I don't hate your girl. I don't even know if dislike even feels too strong. I'm not moved. Right?
What are her songs? I only know that Trouble joint.
Trouble.
There's like a song that like Trouble.
Okay. Oh, that does kind of sound familiar. That's the thing is, I don't remember any of them. Right?
Yeah, I don't know her catalog like that.
Yeah, and I know she's had a lot of hit songs.
I'm sure.
And I honestly can't really hum anything. The only one that if you were to ask me name a Taylor Swift song, I would name Tim McGraw, which I think was her first single when she was still like firmly in country.
Isn't that a person?
Yes, and I think the song is about being with someone you like and listening to Tim McGraw, who is another country artist. And I truly believe the only reason I remember the name of that song is because Tim McGraw's kind of hot. What? So I'm like, Tim McGraw could get it. So that's why I remember that song title.
Why are you singing about his songs? Just sing about him, okay?
Yeah. But then his wife, he's married to Faith Hill.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not Faith Evans.
Right.
Which is
I met Faith Hill. I remember this. Okay.
You met Faith Hill?
Yeah, I didn't know I did, but I thought I told you this. No. I was in Nashville for work when I was a sales rep, and like they have like this huge mall in I think it's in Nashville. I forget.
Probably.
Nashville.
Sure,
Yeah, they got like this crazy big mall where like it has like a recording studio in it, a radio station. There's like a hotel within the mall. It's insane. So like I was walking through the mall with the people from my job. I just got promoted. So I was there for like a leadership retreat, and it happened to be CMA's week.
Oh, okay.
So I was.
The CMAs just happened actually this week.
Oh, rock on!
Like last week, yeah.
So I wasn't there for that intention. I was there for work, and it just so happened to be that. So when I'd gotten pretty familiar with the mall. We'd been there for a couple hours, and this lady walks out what's the radio station, the like radio station area of the mall into the general mall. And she was like looking a little lost. We like bumped into each other, and I'm like, yo, what you looking for? She's like, oh, I'm looking for, I think it was like the bathroom or some shit. And I was like, yeah, it's over there at the like the, like the food court. And she's like, oh, cool, good looks. She didn't say that, but like she said thank you in her way. Right. And she kept it moving.
I wish she said good looks. That would make my whole week if Faith Hill was like, good looking out, bro. And then gave you a pound and then went to the restroom.
We did that, but like it was forced. Like I did that.
Sure.
And she like followed along.
Right. What? And you dapped up Faith Hill. Okay.
I didn't know it was Faith Hill. I just thought it was, a tall blonde lady. She seems cool. Right. And admittedly, it was a lot because of the heels, but, she was just a nice lady. So I did that. I sent her on the way, and I kept it moving. And then, like, the whole crew from work ran up to me. They're like, yo, that's Faith Hill. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, I still didn't know none of that made sense to me.
Right.
And then I think she did like the football thing once.
Yeah, probably. Well, like sang the song.
Yeah, that's how I was able to figure out who it was.
Okay, yeah.
And they were like, "Yo, that's the Monday Night Football lady."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I knew who it was.
Right.
It's like Monday night or Sunday, but she sang one of the songs.
Yes.
So I was like, "Yeah, that's her. That's who I met today." And then I recognized it that way. So yeah, I know who Faith Hill is. You know what I mean? I'm in on the country music scene.
Okay, well, yes, that is literally one toe into the country music scene. But you did dap up Faith Hill, and not many people can say that, except for maybe Nelly, and that's only because he's done multiple songs with Tim McGraw, who is her husband. So
see how we tie it all together?
She's familiar with a dap. I feel like she should be familiar with how to dap people up.
Yeah, like it wasn't like I'll give her that. Like it wasn't awkward in the sense that like I'd never done it before. It was more so like, oh, we're doing this in Nashville. Yeah. Right. But she like once she knew, like once the surprise was over, she rolled with it. Like she did everything well. I remember that. I was like, yeah, it went well. And I kept it moving.
Well, you know what? I will thank Taylor Swift for making this moment possible.
Shouts to Taylor Swift, Faith Hill, my homie. You know what I mean?
the homie, Faith Hill.
Faith Hill. I see you next time I'm out there. You know what I mean? Need directions to the food court again? I got you. Okay.
Oh my God.
By the way, the poll came through on Spotify. It was 33% voted that I'm Libra, 66.7% voted that I'm Scorpio gang.
Okay, so 2/3 of the people out there think that you're a Scorpio. They are probably correct. I mean,
people have voted.
Your chaos levels are off the charts. I'm gonna say Scorpio, but
think Libras is out here dapping up Faith Hill? No.
No.
Scorpios do that, okay?
No. Scorpios be trying to get her number. That's what you would be trying to do.
Well, I was already happily married at this point. So
yeah.
But, yeah. That was cool. I definitely bragged about it. You know what I mean? I know. Like for like a year, me and Gabby fought. I said I could call Faith Hill. Okay.
That's so funny.
Oh man, let's get into this news. Okay. No pity for Taylor Swift. And also, like, I gotta say, with this whole situation, like, I'm happy she's as an artist. Like, I'm hyped for her, sincerely. Like, that's dope. Take ownership. But, like, if the worst version of your career, even after not owning your shit, still leads to you being worth $550 million, your life is fine. Like, you don't need...
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. That's the other thing is, I feel like when she is singing about these, I get it, and it's blah, it's whatever, but I also, there's still a part of me that's like, bitch, you good, though. You know what I mean? Like...
You $500 million.
Ultimately, you're okay? Like, I like it... I feel like you're okay. You've shown that you're okay. And I don't, and so that's what thing was, I felt torn between being like, this bitch fine. What the hell is she talking? What's she complaining about?
Exactly.
But also like being someone who has gone through a breakup and wanting to tell jokes about, I mean, I have a joke about a breakup now. That was devastating at the time, but now I'm just like, whatevs, you know what I mean? And, and that kind of thing. So I understand that inclination to even do that in general. Now, and all of that stuff. Now, I mean, I guess maybe the only downside is we tend to know who she's dating all the time.
Right.
Because they are out there. And so, to know exactly which dude this is, and to know, oh, well, for this record, she talked about this dude and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, ugh, I just don't want to know that much.
Yeah, that's a lot. I agree.
And ultimately, she's fine, everybody. I don't want the Swifties after me. They're worse than, I don't know if they're worse than a beehive. That's the other thing. I didn't even think about that. They're going to truly dox me. And I'm saying, look, your girl is fine. She just don't do it for me. She just don't do it for me. That's all. It'll be all right. Like y'all could learn to temper your enthusiasm, you know.
I'm support your girl if you want to support her, but know that I'm only gonna respect it if you also wore a Free the Lock shirt. Okay. If you ain't had that same energy for Styles P and getting his publishing,
there's no way they will have that same energy.
Then I can't listen to you.
Look, Taylor Swift fans, just take a step back, just take a deep breath. Remember that this is a 50-year-old woman who's just like, I wish I liked this girl more, but I don't. So be it. And that I also don't like Drake. Realize that I'm out of touch, and then just fucking make a TikTok about it and keep it moving. That's all.
It.
Just, that's all. Just don't. First off, my credit is bad anyway, so there's nothing to grab there. There's no way to get me there. I have filed bankruptcy twice. What y'all gonna do? Anything you do might be an improvement. So
bring it.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it.
You be able to do the third time? I ain't above it.
That's fine. I have no assets, so whatever. I'll give you my lighting rig, whatever it is you want.
Oh man. Let's get into the news.
All right.
What supply chain crisis? America's largest retailer is doing just fine, sadly. The supply chain crisis isn't slowing down Walmart. America's largest retailer and a bellwether of consumer spending reported strong sales growth during its most recent quarter. The company also raises annual sales and profit growth, a signal that it's expecting a strong holiday shopping stretch. Walmart stock, while down slightly during early trading on Tuesday, said that U.S. stores open for at least 1 year increased its sales by 9.2% during the 3 months ending October 31st compared to the same period a year ago. Company raised its full year sales guidance, expecting the sales to come in above 6% of the prior year. Despite supply chain issues, Americans are still spending a lot of money during the season. Walmart sales were aided this last quarter by the government stimulus checks, etc. But Walmart is able to do this because they're able to leverage their enormous size and clout to navigate supply chain and inflation issues, while other companies are kind of hampered because they have to, rely on this system of shipping. Walmart was able to literally charter their own ships to deliver goods from Asia, stocked with extra merchandise, and relied on their deep pockets and broad supplier bases to adjust supply constraints. CEO Doug McMillan said, "We've got so many suppliers to choose from."
Okay. This, honestly, and I really hate to bring Miss Swift back into this, but this is like when, big places that are just like, supply chain issues. Meanwhile, they can charter boats.
Yeah.
It's just like, she's just like, I've been heartbroken. And it's like, you're worth how much again?
Yeah, I'm shy. I cannot leave it alone. That's why it bothers me. Because, she's worth $500 million, shy. $500 million. She's just complaining about her masters. Styles P had to open a fucking fruit drink store. He has a smoothie stand in Yonkers to ends meet. You know what I mean? That's they're not playing the same game. This dude's like, yo, I lost my record deal. Yep. Yo, come buy a banana strawberry smoothie.
Right, yes.
That's real struggle. That's somebody who I'm wore his t-shirt. Let the lines go. He needed the publishing, okay?
Right.
Taylor Swift don't need this ownership. She got $500 million.
Right.
All right. Jadakiss was literally paying bills.
Yeah.
Styles P was paying bills.
Yeah. And she had her face on the side of UPS trucks to promote one of her albums.
You know what I mean?
She's probably doing okay. Probably doing okay. I don't want to say that everything should be based on a monetary thing. I know the old phrase, money can't buy you happiness. And I disagree. So I don't want to say it, and yet I do live in this world. So I kind of have to say it.
Listen, I don't got proof that you could buy happiness with money, but I assume you could buy it for $500 million. I think
if you were able to buy it, I feel like she'd have enough to do so.
Yeah, I don't know where it's sold, but I'm sure that covers it. You fine.
yes, indeed. You know what? I recently, I feel like I saw a news story yesterday that was just like, sales are up, like, overall. And they were just like, so, we're rolling into the holiday season and sales are up. So it's looking good. And I was like, oh, I thought sales were up because for the last like month and a half, you guys have been saying supply chain issues, buy your shit now. And that I don't know if it will translate into later.
That's fair.
Like, you know what I mean? Like as we get closer to, there'll be a pop, closer to like maybe Christmas or something like that. But I mean, like the day before, there may be like a pop of activity, and then maybe something after. But like, we're getting ready to be. I know no one wants to think about this, but I feel like we're going to have to just kind of shut it down. I don't want to say a shutdown. I don't want to say a lockdown. But I do want to say we need to pull the doors. Because it's cold, because it's getting cold and people are getting back in. Cases are going up. COVID cases are going up. Like, I think people are buying now because we were told you may not get what you need at the time.
Yeah.
And as we go further into the holidays, I don't know if people are going to have the money as things get scarce and prices start to go up. Like, I hear turkeys are very expensive right now.
Yo, it's real.
So, I mean, like, I don't know what that may have to do with, but I mean, I just saw that news and I was like, oh, but isn't that because we're all buying our stuff now because you told us that it may not be around come Christmas time? They've been scaring us with that for a while. And it's not that I doubt it. I mean, I'm sure there are supply chain issues. I know I couldn't get my things because there was a supply chain issue on my street where someone stole my packages. So the issues can fall anywhere on the chain. But
I figure that out with the container problems too, okay?
Yeah. So anywho, I mean, of course, Walmart's going to figure out a way to fucking get what they want. Like, that's not surprising.
Oh man. In other news, DJ Khaled is selling chicken wings now, Sha.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why you got us listening to songs about breakups from fucking, I don't know. Look. Look, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I've signed contracts that they gave me $200 and I was like, here are my rights. And I don't know anything. So at some point I'm going to have to relive my life in order to get it back for me. I understand that. But at the same time, DJ Khaled is selling chicken now. Now, are any of these chickens named after his son? Is really the question. Does his son also get any sort of ownership behind this?
I didn't see any reference to his son.
That's insane. How did he do that? Okay, I'm going to read this one out loud. I want to read this one. Let's see what we got here. If you've ever wanted to buy chicken wings from DJ Khaled, you are in luck. Yes. That's the first sentence. The musical artist, whose other business ventures have ranged from a Weight Watchers deal to an attempt to peddle gold furniture.
Yup.
Is launching a virtual chicken wing brand called Another Wing. See that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's dope. I ain't even mad at it. Let's go.
Oh God! Starting Thursday, fans of chicken wings and Khaled can order Another Wing from Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and other delivery platforms.
Yeah, I love that that's a Venn diagram that was in an office somewhere. How do we solve this problem?
It's the people who love chicken wings and the people who love Khaled. They must intersect somewhere.
No one is thinking of them.
No. Khaled told Bloomberg in an email interview to expect delivery via jet ski as well. Quote, "We will be delivering by sea with jet skis offering boat side delivery," he said, end quote. That's great. Of course you are. In a video posted to his Instagram account, Khaled said the brand is launching in major cities globally, including New York, Los Angeles, Dubai, and London. Order another wing and another and another, Khaled says in the video, where he is seated behind a table laden with chicken wings, waffle fries, and onion rings, because one wing is never enough. The brand is available in over 30 cities, according to Reef, which is the restaurant he's working with. On the menu are bone-in and boneless wings in a number of sauces, including You Loyal Lemon Pepper, Unbelievable Buffalo, Honey Hot Honey. Those are 3 of the sauces you could get.
Oh,
Sides includes all manner of fries.
You fry it, we do it, okay?
Every kind of fry, plus extra celery, and an offer for dessert is chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, for the amount of fry diversity, I was kind of surprised with the limited dessert options.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
My man say, yo, just throw in a cookie. That's good.
Just throw in a cookie. Yeah,
17
that
fries.
probably costs more. There's no way I can make a potato a sweet. Yeah, that's just okay. I don't know. My arteries hardened a little bit in excitement. So
yeah, I feel like this is gonna taste good. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna taste great, but like this feels like a real good 3 a.m. food.
Perhaps. This article also mentions celebrity meal platforms like McDonald's has been doing well. They just signed a deal with Mariah Carey for a celebrity meal. Popeyes recently launched a hot sauce with Megan Thee Stallion. Yep. And Burger King has its own version of celebrity meals. It just has a link there. I don't know why it didn't name any celebrities. I'm a little worried to click, but let's see what their version of. Oh, just celebrity. Yeah. Just with who?
I remember they had like a Chase Hudson one.
Oh, yes. That's what it was. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. So, yeah, the Chase Hudson. And and Nelly's, Cornell Hayes. Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of dope, actually.
Yeah. So, that's what is hot right now is celebrities
in here
smacking their name on some fried food. And that's cool. But I want celebrities to put their names on other kinds of food. Put it on pho. I'm in a pho mood right now. Put it on ramen. You know what I mean? Give me some.
Yeah, like, ramen is slept on. There ain't enough celebrities plugging it.
Okay, and it's about to be cold. Give me a celebrity that's going to get some hot ramen to my house.
Yo, real talk. And I want a Dominican celeb plug in Farina. All right, let's get out here in these streets. I want that Farina plug. Okay,
honestly, that's a pretty good idea. Like,
hit me up if nobody's into it. I want to be the first. I want to be that Farina plug
I bet
celeb
you could
right
do
here.
That with a little Photoshop. I feel like you could do that. Is that the guy with the chef's hat on his head?
It's the like little fake the fake oatmeal.
Yeah, the fake oatmeal dude. Yeah. I think we could do that. We could do that. I think that's a thing.
Make it happen. I want that Farina plug right here. That's me. Yo, low key though, the wings, I'm into it, but I love the gold furniture when he had it out.
Wow, I was not aware of the gold furniture.
Yeah, it was a couple years back. Like it looked hard, like legit.
Like uncomfortable or just
that too. Because I remember it was like thrones and like a lot of like lion energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like legit, like a lion you could sit on.
A lot of lion energy.
Yeah, like it was shit like that. Like it was like the throne would have lions.
Mm-hmm.
It was lions near it that like you could sit on too, but functioned as like a blend of furniture / like corner pieces.
Right.
You know, like instead of having like a plant, you could have a lion. Yo, live your dreams, Khaled. All right?
Yeah.
Make it happen out there.
Oh,
you got Taylor Swift out here
Yeah.
getting fans crazy in support of her
Right.
$550 million problems. All right. You want to sell wings, sell wings. I'm
Sell
buying.
wings.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to buy a gold lion when I can afford one. Okay. Let's do it. Sesame Street introduces a new Korean American character. Ji Young, a 7-year-old Korean American character, will be part of the See Us Coming Together, a Sesame Street special. The show, set to air on Thanksgiving, celebrates the rich diversity of Asian and Pacific Islander communities as part of the organization's ongoing racial justice initiative. It's a powerful thing that when kids see people like themselves represented on screen and in stories, it supports them as they figure out who they are and who they want to be, said Alan Murauka, a longtime Sesame Street cast member and co-director of See Us Coming Together. We can't wait for families to get to know Ji Young in this special and in the future seasons of Sesame Street and celebrate some of the Asian and Pacific Islander people in our neighborhood.
That's nice.
Yeah, legit. I'm A, happy about this.
Mhm.
B, honestly surprised. Was in general, I do think that Sesame Street does a good job,
Right.
repping diversity, especially with the celebs they bring in.
Mhm.
But just I'm surprised that there wasn't more Asian representation, just because it's so based in New York, and that's like definitely a notable part of the community. By the same token, I don't know what race like the red and the pink things are supposed to be.
Okay. Well,
so I'll give them that.
Yeah. So yeah, there are. I feel like the pink and yellow. Like I don't know if they had like a designation, but I know that when they started Sesame Street, they were really speaking to like black neighborhoods.
Right.
Yeah. So while not having any like technically black Muppets for a minute, right?
Right.
So yeah, so now that they've had some come through, I also was a little bit surprised. I was like, I wonder if there was one that was just a stand-in and they weren't clear about it. And I think that is what has changed, is now that they are very clear about saying this is who this new character represents.
Right.
And I mean, like in their clips, like their videos and interstitials and all that kind of stuff, they covered everyone basically.
Right.
So you could still see that representation and all, especially in all the old video clips when they were following children back when kids could just run loose in the streets, and they were following those kids. Yeah, you got everybody for sure. But it is nice to see a character. An old friend of mine, who I believe is Chinese American, is super excited. She's been talking about it on Instagram a lot, about this new character, and she's just excited to see it. Because the new character talks about food and wants to share like the kind of food that she eats with. I think she's hanging out with Ernie, maybe. Is a clip I saw or a picture I saw. But yeah, like that's kind of great, That's kind of great. I'm telling you, so far, they've had some administrative issues, but I do not regret my Sesame Street tattoo so far.
There you go. I'm about it. Let's do it.
No one's made a Proud Boy Muppet yet, so I'm good. I'm good.
I always thought Ernie was black.
Okay, so there you go. That could be it. Really? Then what was Bert?
I didn't have a thing for Bert.
Okay.
Like, I didn't know what he was, but I always assumed Ernie was black.
Interesting. Perhaps.
Like, as a kid, like I remember that. Like I remember, and I actually think I even remember having this convo with like my older cousin. Like I remember saying Ernie was black and him asking me, "So what's Bert?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Right. Well, I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but I definitely remember thinking that. And I also remember thinking the only white one was the Count.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
The Count was an old white guy.
I mean,
like.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. I thought he was cool. He was like, oh, like that's the dude that like runs the pizzeria here. He's cool.
Yeah.
And then he reminds me of Vito, the pizzeria guy. And then Ernie was the black dude. And then the rest, I just saw them as like, cartoons.
Right,
I remember thinking that as a kid. like, yeah, Ernie's black. And I think that's dope.
Well, I mean, they had, I think maybe the representation was in the actual people.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
This is just me being a weird kid.
No, I don't think so. That's not weird at all. I don't think we've discussed it on the show. And I truly don't know if we want to bog everyone down on this episode. We will revisit it later, but because I probably may need to make a list. But I used to attribute genders, I guess, to the letters of the alphabet and numbers. Numbers 1 through 9. 1 through 9 I gave genders, and A through Z I gave like genders as well. And now that we have a much broader conversation about gender assignment and like non-binary stuff and that kind of thing, it actually helps me, because when I was a kid doing it, I didn't necessarily have the language for what I meant, but now I can say, oh, R is non-binary.
Before, yo, that's hard. I love
before I was like, I mean, R is a woman, but very, very butch, but helps out S, who is definitely a woman, and they're not in a relationship, but they care about each other a lot. But S is dating T, who's a man. Like, no shit.
That's dope.
Yeah. And that is something that a lot of people do. Not everyone, but there is some sort of I should look up what it is, but there's some sort of name for doing that. And I never really spoke about it. I either just assumed that everyone just kind of applied, like, oh, A is a boy, B, C, and D are girls. E is a boy. F is a boy. G and H are girls, or what I mean? And they're kind of old, and you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. I just thought everyone did it. And then at some point I realized, oh, not everyone does this. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. And it literally wasn't until I was living here in New York, so within the past 8 years, that I was at a job and one of my coworkers was talking about doing that. And she was like, don't y'all do that? And everyone else was like, no. And I was like, I know what you're talking about. I absolutely do that. And she's like, oh my God, thank you.
That's dope.
But yeah, so I totally get looking at Ernie and going, yep, black. Like just with I totally get just assigning that to someone.
All right, cool. I'm not weird and alone then. We good money. And finally, Banksy. Banksy. I'm never gonna say that right. Yeah. Banksy. I said it wrong again, didn't I?
Yeah. Think of Banksy. Yeah, Banksy.
Okay, Banksy. Why does he just write Banksy? That'd be dope. Bank with a dash.
Because it's oh Lord.
Banksy. And the thing is,
now that's how you're gonna say it, Banksy.
That's how I say it. And just so y'all know, whenever I see it, that's what I'm seeing in my head now. Bank-C art
perfect
out of Building Wall by UK Landlord. It's true. Life sometimes does imitate art. In something of a self-fulfilling prophecy, Banksy mural of a crowbar-wielding child, painted behind the real half-demolished sandcastle and a hunk of pavement, has been ripped out of the wall due to its worth. Months after the secretive street artist confirmed that the mural in Suffolk, England, town of Lowestoft, was his own creation, workmen went to work removing the piece from the former electrical shop. On Sunday, the workmen were seen excavating the painting portion of the wall on London Road North. The East Suffolk Council spoke with the landlord and confirmed that the artwork was being intentionally and consensually removed by the property owner, the group said in a statement. Before the landlord had it excavated, the council had the painted section of the wall covered in a plastic. Locals are less than pleased about the relocation of the art to the yet unknown destination. If it's being removed to be displayed in a more prominent location within town in an artistic context, then it's lovely. Easterly artist salesman Miles Berry told the BBC. If it's because the owner realized having it in a location adds £200,000 worth of value to the property, but having it auctioned, it could possibly fetch a great deal more, then that's a different situation. It's a great shame. It's not just about the painting on the wall. There's a social comment about the resources.
Okay, so this person thinks that you should leave it on the wall if their intent was just to try and grab money. If they're taking that part of the wall because Banksy painted on it and they're just going to try and make money off of it, that's a boo. But if they're doing it because they're going to hang it somewhere so people can enjoy the art part of it, then that's okay.
Yeah.
That's that dude's point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and the property itself had been listed for sale for $402,000, and after the painting was taken off and relisted for $671,000 after the confirmation by Banksy that it was his art piece. And this is still on the low end of what pieces of his have auctioned for, with the most recent being the shredded painting that went for $25.4 million.
Oh, right.
So yeah, taking this shit out might be a big win for this dude.
It might be. I mean, it's I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, sure, hang it so where people can see it. Don't buy up all the art and hide it away.
Right.
I get that, but I mean, this guy's probably going to try to sell it and make money, right?
Right.
And hopefully, or should he make a deal with some sort of not gallery, but somewhere? I guess it would. I imagine maybe it would be a gallery at first to hang it and so that people can enjoy it. But
yeah,
I don't know, because I thought the whole point. I think a major point of enjoying Banksy work is that you are finding it in spots.
Right.
So I don't know how I don't know how it'll feel if you just walk in and then there's just a part of a wall hanging on a wall or propped up against a wall, because then people are going to be just cutting out. I mean, not that that this hasn't happened already is kind of wild to me, because that he's been painting on the side of shit for years.
The one in my neighborhood got damaged because people were trying to do it themselves.
What, trying to take it off themselves?
Yeah, there was one done in East New York. And like, this was like when we out here, so we trying to make bread.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm shocked that this person was able to do it, but I guess because I feel like the whole thing is you see it and you're like, ain't that a Banksy? And then next thing you know, somebody is out there like trying to cut it with straight like up.
They had like people like, and the owner is like a friend of my dad's, and he was like, yo, like we had people coming up to my building like with like jackhammers and shit, just trying to take it out. So like it didn't last like more than like 6 days, because like people were there constantly. Like he like I'd have to like fight people off of my building at random hours.
Wow.
They were like showing up trying to like chip into the building. But yeah, eventually it got damaged because obviously they weren't pros at excavating walls.
Right.
That is a skill. That building had been up since like 1905 and shit. So,
right.
Yeah, they took that shit apart. It's damaged, but this one, like the owner, like put a glass like wall, a glass like fiberglass protecting it.
Right. Yeah.
Until they figured out how to do this. I'm torn because like I get I guess my dream scenario would be that like he's still made whole, if you will, the building owner, in the sense that like your home shouldn't lose value. You should be able to like get a new wall, like stuff like that. I don't necessarily think he should be made rich, because I don't think the art was for him.
Right.
It was for the community.
Right.
So I feel like there should be a way where like, yo, here's the $200,000 that your building is now no longer having in value because you have a hole in it and you were trying to sell it, and you could still sell your building. I don't think he should make millions like the other paintings would. And I think when you do that, you're leading for it to become a private thing. Right. Like I think like a museum or some type of exhibition could come up with $200,000, whereas like private owners, when I think millions, I think, oh, that's going to be a private piece that it's going to be in someone's like den that like 50 people see for the rest of the time.
Right. Now there are a lot of people who who own privately, who donate their works to.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is, I mean, there are a lot of the works in museums are donated works from private owners. So someone could go that route, but I do agree with your point of it was meant to be seen publicly.
Yeah.
So
I always think of that LL Cool J painting that like I saw at the museum. I was like, oh, this dude got this made and he's donating it. And it's like kind of dope that like he got himself in the museum by like buying his own painting. Okay, he got that dude that like painted one of the Obamas.
Yeah.
So he got like this really beautiful painting of himself that like he paid for, and then he gets to donate
it to
the whole. It's freaking genius. He's like, yo, put my shit up.
I've got a work of his. You want a Kahindre? I got a Kahindre here. It's going to be the one of me. If you want to go ahead and take that huge painting of me on a horse, go on and take that in there.
Yeah, I know I commissioned it, but it still count, right? It's one of his.
It's one of his.
Okay. It's his. That shit was up. Yeah, it was bigger than either Obama picture.
Yeah, I believe it because his works are huge.
Yo,
they're
it was crazy.
So big. Yeah, it
was dope though. I'm gonna do it one day if I got that kind of splurge money. You don't see me in the museum. Mm-hmm. That's an original a Banksy. I paid him to put me on a wall. Me and Banksy, we go back, yo.
Yep. To East New York when everybody was trying to tear down my dad's friend's building.
If you would like to fund my Banksy mural, all you gotta do is like and subscribe to the show, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're an Apple listener, we appreciate the ratings. 4 stars means you don't want me to get painted by Banksy. Why you a hater? You know what I mean? Let me live my dreams. All right, artist to artist, we gonna connect.
Mm-hmm.
5 stars, you cool with me being painted by Banksy on your building and getting your walls torn out. I appreciate you.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you for your sacrifice. My dad knows some workers will get that wall rebuilt for you, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a grift! What a grift!
If you have any articles you like us to cover, please DM us directly at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs to With My Cool Ash and to Bishop who've submitted articles over the last 2 weeks. Appreciate y'all. If I miss saying it, my bad, but I'm saying it now. You know what I mean? It happens. With all that said, my name is Gastor Almonte, always a dome, Shalewa Sharpe. This has been a bonus episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.